We're not landscapey. What a surprise. Hi, everyone. Let me put this microphone on my things. Hi, guys. Hi, Rose. Hello, Janneke. Hi, Bodil. Hello, Frido. Hi, Susan. I love your Rinska style things, Susan. You're so freaking talented. And I was yelling, yes. Because I like to yell, because I'm German. Hi. Let me flip my thing over and then I'll show you the cutest dog in the world. And this guy. Hi, Paul. Hi, Tara. Okay, let me put you in this thing. It's actually a good thing to go, what's this called? Vertically. Because this fits better on it. So I did paint a little bit on this since last week. I'm not quite sure, not last week, but last time we worked on this. So I have to keep working. I actually wanted to pour today because Frida wanted to see a hide and reveal. Maybe next week. But I had my open studios tour and I had a big sign on my studio, so all my pieces are out there in the living room. And this looks weird, doesn't it? Let me put you a little bit back. And I put a sign on my door for the studio saying everything that's in the studio is not for sale. And no matter how far away I put paintings that are not done, that I don't want to sell, blah, 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 people find them. And somebody found this. And they, hi, Tracy, Tracy. Oh, that's funny. If you see this, I hope you're laughing. So, it's not done, in my opinion. I think so. 95%. It's done. What I did, without you watching, was putting adhesive on. So I used the metal speedball metal leaf thing. This glue. Sorry, such a lady talker. I have it, so I use it. I'm not sure if this is a good one. I mean, it works for what I do. I'm not sure if there's better things out there. Who cares? It helps. It works. I have to take my back on you for a second because I need to find my silver leaf. Let's see what I got, because obviously there's not only gold leaf, and there's different kinds of gold leaves. I have this no-name one. I must have gotten that from Blake's because that's what I do. Then I have this from Fluor.co. It's the Pebeo one. It's the mirror effect. I haven't tried other ones from Pebeo. I'm not a big fan because it looks fake. It might be good on other things than my artwork, but for me this is not really what I didn't like it that much. And then, oh no, that's my palette. And this must be my silver leaf, which is basically probably aluminum foil, really thin. Just assuming. I don't know. But there's my little booklet here. And that's my silver. Hey, why is there... Where's... Yeah, I thought they... No, it's way thinner than aluminum foil. Yes, I say aluminum foil because that's the word. Aluminium. Americans. So my glue is already on there because it takes half an hour to dry before you can put this on. So you want to, let me get you close to this. Maybe you can see. And then I will look at the jet too, because I haven't even. There we go. So you can can you see? Wait, let me get, when it's like here, reflective, sparkly, what is that called? Shiny. That's where my glue is. And I basically just, let's see, how can I show this to you? Oh yeah, with the reflection. See, there is a line of glue going down here. And I have some here. I hope I find it myself. When I look at it in an angle, I'm able to see the glue. And there's actually a spot that is not quite dry yet. Oh, shoot. Nope. Oh, I hope I didn't mess that up. I'm not going to touch it again. And then whatever this is, dirt. Oh well. Yeah, so I got to finish this piece, if you want it or not. And you can watch me. Let me put you back on the easel. So if you want to see the tour of my studio tour, I have it on my Patreon page. Only for the paid members, though. There was a short reel on Instagram, if you're interested. I have one more show coming up this year, in a local one, Art in the Park in Paso Robles. And after that, I will put all my, everything that's not sold, put on my website. And yeah, you can buy it. Apparently that's the whole point of this. Somebody told me. I'm not sure. I hope you can hear me well. I think I need a new microphone, because that is the one that I dipped in paint at least 3 times. So where did I put my wonderful silver leaf? Oh, right here. So I'm just gonna get one of these, and I'm not gonna be fancy. I'm gonna use my hands, not a squirrel hair brush that a lot of people use. You have to be really careful because it's thin, very, very thin. So my idea here is to put this on. And I do not, Trish, don't worry. I will not leave this silver, so I will paint over this. I have to concentrate, sorry. I can't talk and be concentrated at the same time. Weird, huh? So let me see where there's more. So the adhesive will just, yeah, I should actually do it the professional way. Let me get, this is a very soft-ish brush. And I'm just gonna brush this on, and it will stick to wherever I put that glue. And that's my next problem, because I keep messing up my good brushes with this, and I just used a Q-tip to put the adhesive on, and that's, you know, it's not very professional either. Excuse me. There we go. So this is very sticky. So sometimes your finger is really not the best tool for this. But since I'm so impatient, it has to just, that's just what it has to be. Get rid of some of this and reuse it over here. So you cannot see the shiny part, I'm guessing. I can barely see. Darn it. There, so I will, in the end, you know, it's not sticking very well. I might have not put enough, maybe the layer of, doing this upright is also not a good idea. Let me get you closer, actually. Now we can go back to this. That is, hi Lynn. This is actually not, this is an oval wash, a mop brush, it's called. But it's hairy. So for what actually a mop brush does, which is fading out, I have a makeup brush. So this is the makeup brush. This does not hair. You know, this is, I think this is the German way to say it. It does not lose hair. And these are bought brushes for art, and they lose hair as F. So I'm using this guy. Yum, yum. Let's see. I do have different other brushy brushes, and I like actually those goat hair ones best for missing words for this process here. Also, it's really good if you rub your finger over it. I'm not very experienced with this stuff. I've done it a lot, but it doesn't mean that I'm good at it. Let's see. I can't really, so now it's sticking to my finger and I'm trying to stick it back on something else. You know, I seriously think my layer of glue is not thick enough in places. What do the experts say? Have you done this? Is it possible that I have not put enough glue on? It seems like in some spots I did, and in others I didn't. This is also better doing laying down than standing up on the easel, because all this leafing will fall down. There we go. So I do like to use my fingers, and it's not the optimal thing to use. Usually you use a brush. Like there's special brushes for gilding. I actually like it when it's not all over the place. See that? This is, let me get you down there. So when it's interrupted like this, I kind of like this. It makes it look more natural. The lighting is not perfect, is it? So usually you go over it with your brush with a little bit of a, you know, maybe I am gonna move to the table with you. That might be a smarter idea. What do you say? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm over here setting this up real quick. All I have to do is grab my phone from here. You know, it sounds so easy when I say it, and then I can't get my phone off. Here, let's do this. There we go, there's my spinner, that will help as well. Some more light right there. Yeah, I think that's a good call, you guys. Sorry for the interruption, but I think in the end this might help you. What do you say? you little, not that it really matters. Okay, oops, now I touched the glue. Okay, let me get all my wonderful little brushes here. I need one that's a little bit rougher so I can get rid of stuff. Okay. Yeah, so I will put the silver stuff on there, and then I will paint my blue onto it to make it look reflecting, just like mineral pieces do, you know. Yeah, this is how you want to do it. And then find the spots where I put glue on. There we go. Really have to look at it in an angle. Yeah, you're right. I think I'm okay on the amount of glue. Like I said, I ain't no pro. And I have not done this a lot, as you can tell. Yup. Hi, Lulu. Oh, hi, Camellia. Hi, Sandy. The Pogster is in the house. Hi, Cupcake. Oh, that's interesting, Sandy. To know. Yeah, and I'm also not thorough enough for this stuff. I know there's a lot of stuff that you have to be careful about, and I'm just like, yeah, I want it. I want it now. Just make it work. Well, I might leave the fractured parts. Okay. Let's get rid of this part here. How's everybody doing? I wonder. I want to know. Anything new? Anything good? Yeah, I think I'm not gonna worry about this. I do like the fractured parts. There we go. Yeah, just let's accept what's happening there. So I'm not sure. There we go. And then get rid of the excess. And I'm gonna start not being thorough with this. Just because I like when it's interrupted and not necessarily a straight line as I intended to have. Because when we're doing a mineral-ish piece, I don't think, I mean, it's naturally grown. Why would it be straight? It's kind of like us, right? I don't know what that was supposed to mean. Yeah. Okay, and once this is on, I don't have to wait till the glue, I mean, the glue will never really dry. It will always be sticky. That's the thing about this glue. So I don't need it to let dry or anything. Once that leaf is on there, we're good. You might want to, it does need protection once it's done, but we're going to put a varnish on anyway. There we go. So do you guys have a suggestion for a good Gilding brand, or like where you can, I mean, obviously I will keep using my glue that I have until it's gone. But after that, okay, let's get a new one of these out. I wonder what you can see and what you can't see. Sometimes I wish I could hear you guys. I don't have to look at the chat box. Why don't you all come to my house and we paint together? There. That's fiddly. I usually don't like those fiddly things. Oops. Guess I'm not very good at it. Oh well, I have to get through this so I can paint it. Let's see. There we go. Oh. Tandra, are you there? Is Tandra there? Because I texted you and never got an answer. And this morning I thought, maybe I put the wrong number in. You guys know how good I am with numbers. So once I'm done here, dear Tandra, it made me laugh so bad. So hard, not bad. Bad is a stupid word for this. So Tandra, you know how I, and Sean, her husband, sent me a package because, you know, I tell you that I get distracted a lot and don't finish sentences because I'm already at the next subject. So she sent me a bag of red balls. Girl, that was just, man, I had to laugh so hard. It saved my day. They are not shiny though, so I will see who I sent that message to. Yeah, because I was wondering why you were not answering back. But I still don't know, is she here? Oh, messages, okay. Yeah, she's here. Hi, Tandra, thank you so much. That was really a very, very fun surprise. And it came at the right time, too. Probably felt that I needed a laugh. There, see how klutzy I am with this kind of stuff? I bet there's people who do that way more elegant. And I bet there's ways you're supposed to do this. Oh, yeah, use a brush, girl. Use a brush. Let's see. I do want to, you know, do this because I could just get more leaves out to make it easier on me, but I do not want to waste it, to be honest with you. I also feel like I'm coming down with something. I have this, or it's menopause, possible too, of hot flashes. But it feels more like, you know, feels more like some infection going on. My body tries to get rid of. So I hope I did the right decision with the silver and not, I thought do it colder with the blue, but it could have been also nice with a warm gold in it, since I'm gonna put blue on it. What do you think? Good idea, bad idea? Use a brush. Darn it. Why are you not yelling at me, guys? Why are you not yelling? Or better, why do I not hear you yell? I'm not using the brush. Can you see? Oh, but I like, okay, so I kind of like this. I'll brush all the leftovers carefully down here. Let me see if I can get it. Let me turn you around. Get just the... Oh, this is cool. See this? There we go. Swoop. All right, let's see where we are at. There's another. It's really hard to do this and talk. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm not entertaining or anything. I'm kind of having a hard time here. Okay. I'll get a mask out for a second when I do those little things here. There's another vein, because yeah, that's what I wanted it to look like veins in a mineral. Might have to get another sheet out. So Tondra, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those balls. Thought it would be funny, painted a few faces on some. I gave some away to kids that were in my studio on the weekend. And then painted some faces on some. I thought about like cutting them in half and maybe putting them on a painting. I'm not sure. There's one more. I guess I have to get a new leaf out. Let's do it. Okay, wait, you have good ideas. Hi, Sharon. Little humans are good ones, yeah. There we go. Can you see? I'm not sure. Probably not. Here. I think that was my best one, other than that stupid tear there. Tear there. Es reimt sich und was sich reimt, ist gut. Hat schon mal ein großer Philosoph gesagt, nicht wahr, Frido? Oops. Okay, this is the leftover. I think I got it all. Now I need to get it back into my little booklet here. This is so fun. Okay, don't fly away. I remember when I was little, my dad had these because he's a stonemason and would do like writing on tombstones and stuff. And he would gild the letters like by hand. And I just thought it was so cool. I got one of those leaves, and they were like real gold. So, and those are freaking expensive. I got in trouble. But it was just so shiny. Okay, let me see if I can. I just found another piece, and I'm just gonna use the small one here. Hello, Daniel. I was just thinking, I was talking to Frieda, but I think Frieda's not here anymore. When I said there is a, well, I said it in German. I was my head is not here right now. Sorry, guys. Oh, was sich reimt, ist gut. Hat schon mal ein großer Philosoph gesagt. So for you Americans and the not German talkers, said what the things that rhyme are always good, and that said a very famous philosophist. Wait, what is the English word for philosopher? There we go. And that philosopher's name is Pumuckl, and he is, I think, the person that I learned the most of in my life. Pumuckl and Pippi Langstrumpf, because they were not only my heroes when I was a kid, they still are my heroes, to be honest. I never wanted to be Pippi Langstrumpf, which is Pippi Longstocking. I don't know if you know her, Swedish story. I didn't want to be her, but I wanted to be her friends, because they got to do all that stuff and still have a good family. Whatever, blah. Pumuckl, funniest person in the world, but he's a kobold. Actually, he's a Klabautermann. This all might not make sense to you, except you're German and know who I'm talking about. Oh, good, Frido. So you know Pumuckl, right? I know. This is my, yeah. Okay, so let me put that on the easel. I want to look at it from far away. I'm going to take you down and let you look at it too. I don't think it's as, ooh, it's kind of cool. It's, well, it made it look, we went back to make it look a little wilder. There's my floor, pretty, huh? There, turn the lights again. Oh, so much work. I also need, sorry, I have to lay you down here. Look at my drips, they are very pretty. I need to take the easel with me. Not the easel, what's this called where you put your phone in? The holder? The phone holder? I don't know, whatever. Here we go. Put you back on the easel. There we go. So what I did is make this look a little bit more undone again, which is fine. We're going to fix it once I put another layer of paint on it. But I'm honestly thinking this will give it way more depth. Not that it's really necessary, but because, don't look at the mushrooms. Here we go. When you were young, Frido, what about now? I think I learned, like, all my humor comes from Pumuckl. It's just, I still enjoy watching it because So freaking funny. Just the stuff that he made up. The way he says Schokoladenpudding. I don't know, I might be just a very regressive person. Okay, so I don't know why I'm doing this. This is just white action. So cool thing that I found out. So this is an Amsterdam marker. You can refill these too. So no, I did it a different way. I think you can open it up right there. I'm not going to do it now because I'm kind of... Go back in, please. There we go. Now I have to be careful, all the paint is in there. So I put golden high flow acrylics in this. This was empty, and I think you can buy the tips separately. Definitely from other marker companies. Not sure if it's possible with Amsterdam. Okay, so when we want more depth, all we want to do is put more contrast in, which is basically just working with either complementary colors or light and darknesses, just like in real life. There's always a balance, as we know. So I will not only add white, I will add darker colors. And once I put another coat of blue on this, I hope that the silver will shine through. I'm not positive, actually. It's more or less an experiment. Well, but what was I saying? Oh, I hope that will all tie it together. Not sure if that makes sense, what I just said. And the cool thing about acrylic painting, or painting in general, is there is a stage where it looks like super duper ugly. Always. Always. And all you need to know is it's not going to stay that way. Because sometimes it is because of the way you have to apply the acrylic paint, which is in layers, because it's usually transparent, and you have to work in layers. So until you haven't put the final layer on, it can look pretty ugly. Okay, but I think that we are going to be able to put that blue on today, unless you have to be somewhere. All I have to do is go to farmer's market today and get some apples, because it's apple season. And there's a place that actually has like old kinds, like a Grevenstein. They do have German kinds too, which I've not seen, like a Cox Orange. And I don't know. Am I talking apples? I guess I am. Oh well. Is that a sign that I'm getting old? No, I guess menopause is the sign that I'm getting old. Whatever. Is that too much information? I don't care. I think I realized for myself it is time to be more real, you guys. These times, if it's political, if it's whatever, we can't keep doing what we're doing. I can't keep doing what I'm doing. I need to face my darkness. I need to face other people's darkness. and be okay with it. There we go. Now you know what's going on in my head. I haven't checked out. Abby. Tara. Again. Yeah. IDNC Club. I do not care club. I like that. Let's do a little bit down here. I'm not a super big fan of the Amsterdam ones, but I do like the Molotov ones are good. That's a graffiti spray paint brand. They are very good. It's not the paint itself. It is more the tips and the way the paint comes out of the markers. There's differences. And the Amsterdam ones are not my favorite. Because this is also the thinnest tip they have. And that's like, that's thick. It's not for detail work. Excuse me. What was I gonna say? There was something. I don't know. It's an interesting spot because this is, I don't know, there's, am I thinking out loud? Yes, I am. Where was I? Markers, Molotov. These ones are not the best. Yeah, it's not about the paint, it's about the tips. I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh gosh, do you? No, I don't think you can hear that. The neighbors have a hound. I think I told you that story. They never walk him, and he's just hounding away. And no matter, I mean, hounds always sound horrible, like they're in massive pain, even if they bark because they are happy. I don't believe that guy is happy. But also, like, once he starts barking, she barks back, yells at the dog to shut the fuck up. I'm like, I don't know what's worse, you yelling or the dog barking. Sometimes it's just hard to like people. Yeah, I'm not sure if that means that it's hard to like myself. That's what people say, huh? Whatever. Welcome to Philosophy with Jessica. All right, so this is, let me flip it over. It looks promising. Still don't know. Let me put more white on this. Yeah. Here. So is that weird now that those are not filled out, but those are? Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. What do you think? I guess we'll see once the blue is on. So let's stop whining here. And put some blue on. Okay, let's get the blue out. Let's have a sip of tea. Peppermint, because peppermint. I love peppermint. Yes. Oh, so yeah, now I remember what I wanted to say. It was I do have Poscas, and I do like their tip, but they for some reason, I'm not sure if they have different kinds, but for some reason they smear. Even if they're dry and I put varnish on, the varnish it smears when I put the varnish on. What does that mean? How does that? How do I say that? Yeah. So that sucks. That's why I don't use these. I used to sign the paintings with the Poscas because the tip is super thin. It's really cool. But it, yeah, like I said, it's not drying. No, how do you say that? When it is, why do I not know the word? Chandra, I'll double check once I'm done here. If the number that I texted to is the same that you provided to me. Where was I? Oh, blue. Let's get the blue out. So I was using the Southern Ocean blue. This is a transparent color, but if I add it in layers and add more and more layers, that part will get darker than others. That's the cool thing about transparent paint. So this is my glass palette. This is a brush that I didn't clean well. I always do these things. I don't like it. But there's, again, the red shiny balls. Here we go. So a little bit of water. And then let's see what happens if I put blue on top. Oh, it repels. No! Stay on there. Darn it. I did not even think that could happen. But yeah, of course. Oh, no. What now? What now? Why did I not think about this? This is hilarious. Huh, let me think. Maybe I need to put something on it before I paint. You guys, I'm so glad you're here. What should I do? Let's see. Why did I not think this through? Obviously, this is a very shiny surface. If I rub over and over it, it seems to take a bit. Huh. Oh. Oh, yeah, you guys. I'm glad you're here. Help. Okay, so if I get thicker with the paint, do you need to get closer? You might. With pastels? You mean chalk pastels? I have pastels. Yeah, and I even have a Southern Ocean bluish one. Well, let me get you closer first so you know what I'm actually talking about. Yeah, not this. This. Do the mushrooms irritate you? So what does that do? Not sure, Lulu. It doesn't seem to do anything. Those are fairly soft. Why is it like more rubbing? At least it doesn't rub the thing off. Hey, you guys, I need your help. What should I do? Yeah, I do not have oil pastels. Wait, do I? I might. I have all my, let me see. Actually, let's see. So, pastels. No, that's watercolor. That's also watercolor. This is watercolor. This is watercolor. Oil pastels. I do have oil pastels. Man, those must be like 30 years old. I'm serious. At least. Let me see. Nope. Oh, but I used them. Well, good to know. There we go. At one point, my grandfather was a painter. When he died, oh, I love the smell of them. So let's think this through, though. When I put oil pastels on this, what will that do? I will not be able to put more acrylic paint on top because it's too waxy. Huh. Oh, let me fix this one piece here. I just put, oh, darn it. See, red shiny balls. Oh, it's dry. I can't fix it. Huh, maybe I have to go in layers with this. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna dare using. The thing is, this painting is sold already. I can't mess it up. Well, it's not. I didn't get any money for it, but you know, somebody liked it the way it was, and so I don't want to mess it up more. You know what? I think I have to put a layer on. Look at this. It's already better. Yes. Okay. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Thanks for your help, Lulu. I think that is it. I think I have to dry brush the blue on. What is, I mean, this is dry brushing. All I have is just water for the brush. Or am I understanding you not correctly? I do like this part here. Huh. Well, this is interesting. Let's see. I have that sometimes when I pour and then let the the surface of a pouring sometimes is so smooth that the paint won't stick to it and repel just like this. And I just have to wait a little bit or do the layer thing. But I see what you're saying, Abby. The more water I use, the more it will repel. I didn't use a lot of water down here. But I'm also afraid that I have to use too much paint to make this be covered up. Oh me. I just thought it would work. Well, this is how you learn. And I'm glad you're watching me. So you won't do the same mistakes. Okay. I think... So this is sticking now. And you cannot really see a lot of the silver anymore though. Oh, I guess I'm gonna keep doing this. Hilarious. Oh my, what a tool I am. Okay, let's do it with even less water. There we go. Like I said, oh yeah. So if I did this and I waited a second and I put another coat on, I think this might work. But actually I do not have a but. I mean I do, but just not that kind of but. I kind of wish it could be like really thin on here. Maybe if I mix it with, I don't know. I guess I just have to be patient, she said. Let's try this here. Ha, this is hilarious. I do have isolation coat. What I do not like about it is it dries glossy. And I do have the same problem then. At least I had it before. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Another reason why I'm not using this is because I am impatient. And I just never want, like when I have an idea, okay, this seems to be working better. When I have an idea, I usually want to do it right away. And I do not want to wait 24 hours until my isolation coat is dry. That's a me problem though. Okay, this seems to be kind of working. And I'm not even mad about the repelling parts. It looks kind of cool if it would dry that way. And I should leave some parts silver. See, that's working. Kinda. More blue. I think this was still a good idea, even though I'm not very good at making the idea work. But that's not the idea's fault, that is my fault. Go. Yeah, I like this. It almost has the same effect as using a interference color instead. Well, that would have been way easier just using interference turquoise. Oh well, next time. Oh, look at it. It is now working better. Cool. Oops. Did not want to do this. So yeah, next week. Something next week? I don't remember. I don't think so actually, but when I do a live next week, I will go ahead and pour again. And this piece might even be done by then. I can't really tell. I can tell if this is really working the way I want it to. Not the technical part, the looking part, the visual part. The looking part. So we'll keep some of the silver because it kind of looks cool. I think I'll need a few layers here. It is a cool effect having that transparent blue on top of the silver. Oh yes, and you're right. Yeah, it. I mean, what I'm saying is it dries glossy, and then my paint doesn't stick on it because it's probably the same phenomenon as it is with the silver leaf here. The surface is glossy, or smooth, or whatever you would call this, and it doesn't stick as well. That's what I had with the isolation coat before. Guess there's people who put varnish on instead and then paint on it. Too cool. When the paint sticks, it looks really cool. Let's see. So this seems to be okay now. This did repel a little bit. And then, yeah, so basically all I'm gonna do, once my blue sticks on the silver, I will keep adding lighter parts and darker parts until I think it's done. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm afraid I'm boring you now with this. don't really have anything to say. I will get you closer in a second. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, I do not regret it. Oh, bye-bye, Lulu. Oh, Pippin. Sweet boy. Don't get, don't get attacked, Lulu. Okay, let me get you close before I say bye-bye too. I mean, I do really like this. Gotta say though, on camera it looks a little bit deeper and more contrasty than it looks in reality. I can see when I look on the screen, I don't see that purple and yellow to be too dominant, but in reality it seems very, like it catches my eye a lot, and I'm not sure if I want to keep it that way. Let's go closer. Wait, there's the pot. So there's a little bit of the silver. It is sparkly. There's a good spot. See what I mean with, it looks like it's an interference color. It's sticking okay now. Okay. I guess that's really what I had to do, is add layers. Yannick, well, I don't feel like I can. I'm losing words. It's and I know I say it every time, I shouldn't do this on a Monday because of the weekend hangover, and I do not talk a lot in real life. Not sure if I mentioned that before, but I like to be quiet until I get really loud. Man, I do like it. It does look again like a female body part. I don't know what that says about me, but I see that in there. Thank you, Frido. That's very nice of you. And let me flip you over and say bye-bye. Here with the painting. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here, everybody. Hi, Susan. I didn't see you were here. I'll be back next week with maybe a hide and reveal. I think I'm gonna go and lay on the couch now. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Bye.